Welcome to this Sunday's Gospel Reflection. In the past, fishing rods used to be made from natural reeds that grew in the wild. They were tested for their strength and flexibility, but the trick was for the reed to be extremely flexible to withstand the tugging force of any size and kind of fish. Yet, it had to be strong enough not to break under any load or pressure. You see, if something is so rigid that it believes that it can withstand all the pressure, well, the danger is that at some point it will break. But if it bends, then it can remain whole and do its work. In other words, in life we need the right balance between flexibility and strength, bending or breaking. This right balance between flexibility and strength does not apply just to fishing rods or indeed to any other challenge in life to survive stress. And living a good life entails a great amount of stress. We have not been created just to exist, but we have been created to thrive. That means to grow until in God we reach that infinite openness of our destination, eternal life, which I translate as open ended life. In our day to day life, this means that we become able to welcome and embrace anything, everything that helps us to grow. This is the freedom that we have been created for as children of God. In today's readings, St. Paul gives us a taste of fresh, life giving air. He writes, I offer the gospel free of charge. Although I am free in regard to all, I have made myself a slave to all, so as to win over as many as possible. To the weak, I became weak, to win over the weak. I have become all things to all, to save at least some. This is a tall order, because this is what it means to be flexible, to bend in a healthy way. It means opening our heart to welcome whatever life gives us and let go of whatever life takes away from us. It is accepting to bend, stretch, adapt yourself to life and not expect life to adapt itself to your demands or your expectations. What makes us stiff and rigid is our fears. We seek our security in daily routines, habits, convictions. We become clockwork people, getting stuck in a narrow, one way alley, their ideas fixed. We've always done this way. We've always believed this. Clockwork people have their days rigidly programmed. They cannot tolerate surprises, so they die in their rigidity. This is not strength, It is simply the rigor mortis. You know what that means? The stiffness of death. They become dead men walking, as prisoners who were being walked to their execution used to be called in the United States. Then there are people who get lost in the other extreme. They are so weak, so unpredictable, so unstable that their lives become like a boat without a rudder, without direction. They don't know what they believe, where, to whom they belong, what they want in life, where they are heading. They are simply wandering lost in an aimless wilderness. Flexibility is not for the weak. It is for those who are strong enough to embrace the truth. Flexibility is the source of wisdom, of strength. It is opening our hearts, our lives to the richness of life, to learn, to adapt, to grow, to embrace life and what it offers. It is being free to let go of what life takes away from us. The ability to say thank you for what is given to us. And the serene ability to let go of what life takes away from us. Life is a constant challenge to navigate between rigidity and fragility. If we are too stiff, life will break us. If we are too weak, life will also break us. We need to be strong, but not stiff, flexible, but not weak. Yes, we need to have principles, values, beliefs, but these have to be living and loving principles, values, not just rigid ideas or blind convictions. On the other hand, our weaknesses, our limitations, need to be humbly embraced, accepted, and respected. We cannot do it all. We cannot have it all. As Mother Teresa loved to say so often, God does not expect us to be perfect, but only to be faithful. Being flexible is letting faith, hope, love guide you when to say no and when to say yes. It is also the wisdom, the patience to say, wait, this is not the right time. Or, yes, now is the right time for me to say this, to do this, to do that. Rigidity for its own sake makes us inhuman. Flexibility is the strength and freedom to bend, to adapt ourselves, to welcome life as a gift that is to be joyfully received, and as a gift that is just as joyfully and generously given out of love. Peace and inner joy is when we live life in the way the Book of Wisdom puts it.
For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to harvest. A time to kill, and a time to heal. a time to tear down, and a time to build up. A time to cry, and a time to laugh. A time to grieve, and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones, and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace, and a time to turn away. A time to search, and a time to quit searching. A time to keep, and a time to throw away. A time to tear, and a time to mend. A time to be quiet, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time for war, and a time for peace. What do people really get for all of their hard work? I have seen the burden God has placed on us all. Yet God has made everything beautiful for its own time.